Hi. So, sharing a passion today. We can't talk about wellness or well-being, or harmony or peace or health, longevity, without talking about the earth, about talking about our environment, where we live and how we live, and it's our effect on it. I wanted to share a few premises from Thich Nhat Hanh. I recently heard him say, and what a great teacher he is. Honoring him, his teachings live forever through all of us. He invites us to reduce our consumption, the consumption of materialism and goods and spending and distracting through buying things. He invites us to live more simply. And he says if we live in this way, reducing our consumption and simplifying, we can increase the time that we have to take care of ourselves and to connect with each other. We don't have to work as hard to save money to buy these things. Reduce consumption, live more simply, and create more time in your life to take care of yourself. So let's take a few breaths together to honor the living earth, which is part of us. This is our home. Over 7 billion people, never mind all the other critters and creatures and life forms, just 7 billion humans living here, calling this place our home. Incredible. Honoring our home that gives us food and shelter and clothing, comfort, warmth, beauty, nourishment, air. It's living just like us. So the invitation for this day and all the days is to take care of your environment. Of course, your internal environment first. And the clearer I get, the clearer I am as an environmentalist. I used to be mean about it, like a dictator. And now I just do everything I can to be aligned with myself. And then in the way that I'm being, I'm hoping that it models options. And sometimes I speak up, and I am now. So some little things we could do that aren't little at all, thinking about our impact, 7 billion of us. First of all, wherever you live, check out what they send you once a year, or go to your town hall, your city hall, and see what they offer for services. What do they recycle? What do they compost? What constitutes trash? And follow that. A couple things that I learned in reviewing this document from where I live is all that they do not take in the recycling. And if I contaminate it, they can't recycle that whole bundle that I put together. So follow your local regulations. And a couple insights that I have about that is this little thing called batteries. And I'm not talking about the recyclable, the rechargeable kind. All the batteries we put in our things, our devices, like for example, headlamps, those don't get recycled. They get thrown away. And in the state of Maine, what we generally do is burn them. And like Einstein said, matter cannot be created nor destroyed. And every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So if whatever we burn, and we burn all the things that can't be recycled in this state, we burn what's left over for paints and chemicals and cleaners and plastics and batteries and everything you can think of. Vinyl, it gets burnt, and then we're left with two things, because it doesn't disappear. We're left with particulate matter that gets passed through into the clouds, and we're left with ash. So particulate matter and ash, it equals what was burnt. The ash is often toxic. And what some municipalities do with it is they package it up, they put it on a train, and they send it to the desert. And it goes out into the desert. It doesn't go away. And then the ash, if it stays here, what do we do with it? We put it in sealed containers, we put it in the landfill. Sometimes the seals leak. It doesn't go away. So the less, if Thich Nhat Hanh, like if he's pointing the way, reduce our consumption. So I am committed to not having batteries in my life as much as possible. It's a little thing, but it's a big thing. They have heavy metals in them. Cancer's an epidemic in the world. 1 out of 2 of us get cancer before we die. It's stored in our fat tissue. For women, often in our breasts. So this particulate matter that goes into the sky, it's in the clouds, it's in the atmosphere, and then the rains come down and it all comes back to us in the soils, in the food we eat, in the water, in the fish that we eat, some of us. So less batteries, a good idea. So there's so much technology today. Solar-wise, there are solar lights that don't even have batteries, and you just put them in a windowsill and they charge, and they last for hours. So that's an option you could do as far as lighting goes. Of course, your phones have a flashlight. But just think about the next time you buy batteries and just buy the bare minimum, or maybe not at all. Something I recently discovered, and I'm testing it. This is a pretty cool situation. This is to do your laundry, and you rip it in half. It's perforated and it does a load. If it's a heavy load or a soiled load, you put 2 in. Why is this cool? Because the detergent that we buy today, if you get a liquid detergent, it's mostly water, and that's expensive to truck, and everything that we ship around and create, has a carbon footprint. It fills up these tankers and trucks to get us detergent that is mostly water. So there's no water in this, and it does its thing, and it doesn't have any negative impact on the environment. It's a natural product. I am testing it, like I said. You can get it online, and it's a new thing. So I'm pretty excited about that. You can clean up your cleaners, clean your cleaners. So check out the labels. Whatever you use gets into your skin, into your lungs, and see if you can get a green cleaner. There's many you can make very simply with simple products like lemon, like peroxide, like baking soda. That's all readily available online. Use up what you have, because if you throw it away, you add to the particulate matter, either in the sky or in the ash. So some things, some ways I live to have less of an impact, and think ahead 7 generations. What is this going to do to the next 7 generations? What my choices are have a ripple effect on and on. So I invite all of us to take better care of our home, first our minds, then our bodies, and then our immediate environment, and then the broader environment that we all source from. So let's take a few breaths together and relax in the moment. And consider the life of birds and fish and animals and mammals and plants and humans. May all beings be happy and free. Namaste, my friend.